We are live, everybody. We're back midweek, Wednesday, 7/5/2003. And we're going to talk to you about some current stuff that just happened over the 4th of July, just like I said it was going to happen, and it happened. We'll see you when we get back. Yep, and it happened, and there it is. Let me turn this audio down. All right. So, also, too, we could be able to read the chats on Rumble. I got them pulled up. Ain't that something? Thank you, Reggie, for stopping in, and appreciate your support. And before we do all this stuff, we got to thank the powers to be, the people to pay these bills. And that's type in saberteamtactical.com, then go to classes, and there you go, Al.
You guys know the drill. We bring you out. We run you through an assessment. Then we go from there. That's our main bread and butter, the private one-on-one classes. All the detail and attention goes to you. Any topic that you see on the board, you can request a group of 3 or more. We work with some groups of 2. But we need more than one person to bring out all the big guns in the lesson plans. And we have a bunch of information about all of that stuff. So we'll pass that on to you. You sign up for the class, let us know how many people you have, and then we'll be there.
We're getting bumped out. Yeah, there you go. I got it. I saved it.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Slide down tonight. Yep. And our next one, we got the Stop the Bleed is going to be in August 12th, and then we have one coming up July 21st, I believe, right?
Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I'm on another page. So that's why. Emphasize the July 22nd class.
Yep, that's the one. July 22nd is rifle and PCC class. If you want to come out and learn to run your rifle as a pistol. And I mean it. Like, you literally gonna move that gun and drive that rifle, drive that PCC, and figure it all out. That's the class for you, July 22nd.
And there's no walk-ins on that class. Sign up now if you're gonna come out there to it. It's for beginners and intermediate and advanced people. So come on out and enjoy the day. Click on the green tab, and it will give you the loadout. And also the price of the class. It'll give you a whole breakdown of what the class is going to cover and what to bring, and the sign up information is there. And you must sign up in order to come out to that class. If you try to do a walk-in and it's not previously scheduled, or if you're not a previous student, I will turn you away. That's the way it goes. So,
just has to be like that.
Yeah, just has to be that. That's for security reasons, safety reasons. We don't know you, and so that information is saved into the database. So if something ever happened to either of us or any of the instructors out there, we got your name and address, so we can turn you into the feds. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the way that goes. So 4th of July just happened, guys. And you guys, remember I was telling you guys Sunday night? We had the show that we'll look out for what? Mass shootings. And sure enough, we had one that happened in Baltimore. And this one was a little unusual. And let me see if I can pull it up. I'm not going to show it on air, but I'm just going to read it to you guys. A cross-dressing gunman is behind the July 4th Philly bloodbath.
The Philly. That's what I said. I wonder which one you.
Yeah. I said Baltimore. The Philly. I keep getting Philly and Baltimore mixed up.
Same
area.
Pool.
Yeah, gene
Same
pool.
Gene pool.
Yeah. Uh, that left 5 people dead. I think it was it 17 or 18 people wounded or something like that.
High
Uh,
number and a child.
and a 2-year-old child got shot. Was the child killed or just wounded?
Apparently shot 4 times in the legs. That's what I
Oh,
heard.
Jesus Christ. And this person is a BLM supporter, made a chilling Facebook post about the black massacre and the evil spirits. So this was an unstable person. This person was also a convicted felon. Shouldn't even own the gun. And but it had an AR and a pistol and body armor. And so the person didn't want to get killed. So and the person didn't get killed by the police or any bystanders.
Now
And the
he's being
person
charged, so obviously he ain't dead.
no, and the person 40-year-old person going through a sex change. So you know this person is mentally deranged.
Hmm.
But this is like the sixth person so far that's been a cross dresser or a alphabet person that's that's been involved in a mass shooting. You know what I'm saying? But this one here did not let his life get taken or taken his own life. So the real question here is what the hell is going on? Now, this person was using an AR-15, and as soon as this went down, the president jumps on the air talking about what was it, Al? Banning
Hmm.
banning
Banning all fire, ARs again,
assault weapons.
all this
Ba-
stuff.
oh,
Typical opportunity.
right, banning everything,
Hmm.
confiscation, gone. And I'll be surprised if Philly don't come up with a ballistic vest law saying they're going to ban those too,
Oh yeah,
just like New York.
perfect opportunity.
Hmm. So um, this was a planned attack. This person knew exactly what they were doing, and they were doing this to possibly be protesting something, but also to help push the gun control law. You know,
Hmm.
so by doing that, they're gonna. This person don't really care about. Hey, oh, what's up, my man? Wayman Gaines. What's up? His real name.
Went for it.
Oh Lord. And so this person really don't care about going to prison because this person, likes men anyway. So it's going to go to a male's prison and be in heaven, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't really care about going to jail. We've probably been in jail before because it was convicted felon of gun charges. And I think it was some violent crimes charges too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And it had obvious things going on with him before this kicked off.
Hmm.
Apparently,
Yeah. Especially some mental problems.
yep. Some signs of aggression. It was going around wearing the body armor. With before the incident, he had a roommate that observed this, and it's that thing we've been hearing since 9/11. If you see something, say something. Why didn't somebody say anything?
Mm-hmm. Because they just figured it's
And
black.
then see, this is the crazy thing because they'll throw all this stuff in there now. Sources say whatever David's name was, who was wearing a bulletproof vest, owned the ghost guns used in this mass shooting.
Oh, now they're ghost guns.
Now they're ghost guns.
Now they're ghost guns. See,
Hmm.
this ain't making no sense. It's not making any sense at all. So it's very puzzling that this happened on the 4th of July in a black neighborhood. A lot of black people were killed, and AR-15 was used,
Hmm.
and handguns were used. Now they're ghost guns. The person wearing body armor. Only thing else the person needed to have was what? Yeah. The bubonic plague. You know what I'm
No, what's
saying?
that thing called? The switch. They needed was a
Oh, they
switch.
needed a switch. Yeah, they needed a switch. So they had to be all of the above. I guarantee you, this person probably had contact with the FBI.
Well, listen to
And
this one. The district attorney, right, Larry so and so, declined to discuss Nutjob's mental health when asked whether it might have played a role in the killings, but said he expected that the defense would request an evaluation. Of course, we all know. We all know. If you take gun out of this equation, there's still violence.
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not gun violence; it's violence. It's guns make it easier. We're not stupid, but at the same time, you have to stop the lunacy, the human factor of it. That's the problem. That's the biggest problem. It's the humans, not the guns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guns are not going to do anything without human interaction.
Right.
But
And if you
these,
take all the guns away from all the people who register them, the people who show up and take firearms training, the people who have weapons carry license or CCWs, whichever way you like to hear it, the criminals are still going to have guns.
mm-hmm. Yep. Luckily, we don't have any more holidays coming up between now.
Memorial Day, Labor
Well,
Day,
that's what September,
a
right?
month or so.
Yeah,
End of August, beginning of
in
September.
August. Yeah, we got 2 months. Yeah, we got. I'm serious. We got 2 months reprieve until something else go down. But
Yeah.
between that time, they're gonna still do mass shootings, and they're gonna be. We just had another one that was 2 groups were shooting at you. I can't remember what state that was in
Mm-hmm.
or city, but also they said that this killer Facebook post revealed the killer is a computer nerd and obsessed with by firearms.
Mm.
Now, if the person's a felon, shouldn't that be something that have been alerted to the police department, the ATF, that the person is obsessed with firearms, even posting videos a few days
Well,
ago of
that would be
children.
if we do that. So that's basically a red flag law, and that would
That
also
is a red
include
flag
us.
law.
That include us in some part of it. There's, I know
But
some
we're
people who
not
buy
convicted
guns
felons. We're
weekly. I
not
know
convicted.
people who
We're
buy
not
guns
convicted
weekly.
felons.
I
We're
know
not
that's my
convicted
next
felons.
point. The
Yeah,
suspect has misdemeanor drug and gun charges from 2003, which led to a probation.
right.
Hmm.
So
That's
that
what I
and
said.
by
I'm comparing and contrasting what you're saying and saying that some people would say, well, that's most of the guys that I know that are into firearms. You got the casual people, then you got people who is a lifestyle, and then you got collectors, right? And for the
mm-hmm,
most part, when you describe it and you say somebody who's reading a lot about firearms, people who are buying a lot of
posting,
guns, right? Posting that's not a negative. But
it's
when you
not a
have somebody who's a criminal that's
right.
not supposed to have that,
Right.
that's criminal activity.
That's when you got a problem.
Hmm.
That's when you got a major problem. And so the question, my main question now is, where did this person get the guns from? If they're
Right.
ghost, they're automatically saying they're ghost guns. So they're automatically saying, well, they can't be traced.
Hmm.
Who gave this person these guns? Who bought these? Who did this person actually go purchase these guns from somebody? Can they give up that name? Can they give a location? Or is the ATF is just going to say, okay, there's no serial numbers. These are ghost guns. So case closed on that part. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? By them
Yeah.
automatically saying this is ghost guns, that means they're not even going to try to look for the origin where the guns even came from.
So they say that they got this guy in a corner. They cornered him in some, up there's old style building, so it's an alleyway. They got him in an alleyway, but they don't specify how he was apprehended. Like, did he drop his guns? Did he somebody punch him in the face? How did they
How did they corner him? Why
yeah,
didn't
no,
they even shoot?
I figured out they could corner him, but I mean, how did they get him to give up? By
Right.
force, or did he just lay on the ground and gave it up real quick? What
Possibility.
these are things that when
I
what
want to
you
see the
just
body
alluded
cam
to,
footage.
right?
Yeah.
And what you just alluded to, it's like where these guns come from, right? So we've seen in the past where some of these suspects, let's call them, have had relationships with our government
Mm-hmm.
in one form or another. So here it is. It just says that the guy was cornered in the alley of 1600 block of Fraser Street. And then they said he was wearing a bulletproof vest and and had multiple magazines. He also had a police scanner, an AR style rifle. Okay, an AR style rifle and a handgun. Investigators say. Police say there were skips. Police say there's no known connection between the victims and the shooter. How was he disarmed?
And
Because
this person went.
you see
I was gonna,
the jail picture. He's fresh. I know bruises and bumps and
right.
nuts on his
They
head.
didn't beat him. They didn't. No resistance. No nothing. But this person went on a shooting spree for almost a block and a half.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now I did hear that somebody did pick up a gun and shoot back at the person, but that person was arrested. You know, the cops
Right.
drew
Ain't
down
no
on
good
that
guys
person.
in the
Yeah,
brother city love, so whatever
no, no,
they say.
no, no.
Whatever
You
they
know,
say up there.
but they didn't even shoot that guy. So apparently, the police have a no shoot policy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looking like. They
Wait
didn't.
till you hear this one. Listen to this one. Here we go. This is right up your alley. So I'm gonna go back one paragraph to help you out. Asa Khalif, a member of the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office LGBTQTL MNOP Advisory Committee, said Wednesday there have been hateful comments aimed at transgender people because of photos of shooter posted on social media wearing what appeared to be women's attire. What appeared to be women's attire? Are you kidding me? The dude has on a dress and a wig. That's women's
and hoop
attire.
and hoop
And hoop
earrings.
earrings. Right. He
Yeah,
called the comments hateful and violent and misdirected. Now, the suspect has not identified themselves as trans. So if he doesn't identify himself as trans, but he dresses like a woman, he acts like a woman, but he's a man, is that not
that's
trans?
trans to me.
What is that?
That's trans.
They have only identified themselves as male, Khalif said. But the language spewed out by the conservative press is violent and dangerous and targeting trans women of color.
Yeah.
It's
Hold on.
it's
Hold on.
the
No,
community
listen
side.
what they just said. It's targeted and dangerous, but who's doing the shooting?
Right,
Who's
right,
doing the shooting? The cross dresser is.
right.
You
We
know?
ain't no one else shot nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's a,
And they don't. They're deflecting here. That's what
yeah.
that is. That's a clear sign of deflection because they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to go deeper into all the previous in the last couple of months. Previous trans people who have come forward and said pick up arms and take to the street. They
Right.
don't want to. They don't want to talk about that. Anytime you bring that up, all of a sudden nobody knows about that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
And
remember
that's
that. You gotta
exactly
go.
what they're doing. They're
It's
picking
all in
up
the
arms
videos.
and
It's
taking
all
to
on
the street.
YouTube. It's
Yeah.
all on the same platform.
Mm-hmm. And they're doing exactly what they said they're doing. They're picking up arms and taking it to the street. There's no question about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're seeing them slowly but surely picking up weapons and firing at innocent people and saying they're justified for doing it because of who I am. You guys
Listen
are
to
hate.
this, man. And if you ever heard us, and you ever heard especially me speak, I always tell you, it's the government, right? They
Mm-hmm.
always blame the police when they're looking for a scapegoat, and they'll tell you you hear a mayor or some other elected official will tell you about police reform. You're the boss of the police. What kind of reform do we need? But listen to this. This guy says the mayor Jim Kenney said Tuesday that this country needs to examine its conscience and find out how to get guns out of dangerous people's hands.
Doesn't make any sense.
This is what we just talked about a few minutes ago. It's
Does-
not the gun, it's the
Right.
dangerous people.
People.
But yet he's telling you this, but he will also go along with a full confiscation too, because he's part of the government.
Because everybody who owns a gun is dangerous. So we need to get them out of the way so we can
Yep.
preempt
so we
that.
keep it in cops and other government official hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Cops and military.
Mhm.
And do you trust either or? I don't. You know, not with saving my life. No.
He goes on to say a person walking down the street with an AR style rifle and shooting randomly at people while wearing a bulletproof vest with multiple magazines is disgraceful, but an all too common situation in America. Kenny continued. Are you kidding me? How common is that? That is very
It's
uncommon.
not very common.
And on top of that, every gun owner in America would agree that they disagree with somebody doing this activity.
Right. And if they had guns in that area, somebody could have put them down.
That's true too.
Yeah.
But they can't. They don't. They have a lot of restrictions. And Philly, Pennsylvania is one of those states where it's you can wear a gun openly, and you don't need a license. But if you conceal, you have to have a license.
Yeah. That's the same as here.
No, it's not. Here you can conceal. You can conceal for free, but you have to.
You have to have. Yeah, it's
have to wear
backwards.
a
It's
carry
different.
license.
It's backwards.
Right.
It's backwards. Yeah. You have to have a license to carry openly.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing is that where are those people? because it's different when you're in an environment like that. Because Philly's law, I think, is like 5-6 years now. Or and if anybody knows or looks it up, let me know if I'm wrong. It's been about 5 or 6 years, so it's not a gun culture is not the same. You know, not everybody's wearing a gun. Not everybody. You remember the video we posted a few months ago with the lady in the bodega, and she's got it in her back pocket, and the dude snatches it out of her tactical leotards.
Yeah.
You remember that, right? So
Yeah.
they're not really keen on how to carry. So I don't know if in this neighborhood, you know, they have the old Philly mindset of the police will come and save us sooner or later. They'll get here. They'll be here. You know, maybe those are the type of mentality you have in these communities that somebody can go around and fire. I don't know what that's almost 30 rounds before he's being stopped, and then he's being chased into an alley, and you know. Then all of a sudden he comes back out with handcuffs on. Like that's really suspicious to me because I know when I've been there when dudes or mostly dudes run and then they get caught at the end. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, and they don't come out unscathed.
Yeah, it's usually a violent situation that happens.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, factual. And, you know, people want to use this against me, and you want to talk about things in the past. Most of the statute of limitations have already ran out. Everybody who gets caught should get their ass kicked.
Right.
Just that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. I got pros and cons against that. If you're dangerous, commit a crime, they used to back in the day. Remember back in the day?
I'm from back in the day. I know
you back in the day. But remember when remember when the Rodney King incident that happened? That's what used to happen when you ran from cops. They'll, instead of them taking you to jail, they'll give you a 30-minute beating. You know what I'm saying? And
they take you to jail too, because at that time, that's when a lot of things had changed.
Yeah, the Rodney King days was over. Well, we thought it was over until we seen evidence of it today. You know, they just try to do it where there's no cameras. You know what I'm saying? But every once in a while, innocent man get beat down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
maybe.
But remember, all police chase used to end in a beating. Remember
Absolutely.
that? Every police chase ended in a beating.
Don't stop running. Once you start running, don't stop running. Don't
Because when they catch you, you're gonna break your face.
It's like those guys on the surfboards, and they ride those Kahlua waves or whatever they're called, and it comes in. You stay in tight, because if you don't, that wave's gonna come down on you.
They used to issue out some hellified beatings, man. I was like, oh my god! But back then, people respected the cops because they knew they didn't want to get beat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you get and for the most part, crime was I'm not gonna say suppressed, but it was maintained.
Yeah,
it was maintained.
Yeah,
and people had a fear of being caught. Today, people, it's almost like a celebration. You know, he didn't do nothing, or even worse, the ones that tell you he didn't do nothing that bad. Bad. Wow. So
or try to fight the arrest while the arrest is happening.
Well, I'm talking about the witnesses. The problem is society, everybody else. You know, and I understand. You know, we have families, so nobody wants that to happen to their family. So you sympathize with them and you understand. But what happens is we start to over sympathize, and when you over sympathize, you're making more excuses for people who don't need excuses. People who are actual criminals, people who are men who are doing violence against women for gain in a crime, like a man robbing a woman with a gun. You know,
it's crazy.
That's crazy.
Welcome, Omar. Also, too, we are on Twitch, we're on Rumble, we're on YouTube and D Live. YouTube.
So I found another one, and the 2-year-old was killed, as well as a 13-year-old boy.
The 2-year-old was killed.
Yep. Well, it says killed 5 people and injured 2 boys, 2 and 13. So hopefully those boys were just injured.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. They're gonna have to put that sucker in protective custody.
Yep.
That kid being killed.
So children in stable condition in a local hospital. Yep. But
Yeah.
they're pushing big this AR style rifle. If it's AR style rifle, does that mean that it's not fully an AR? That it's almost an AR? It's styled
Yeah,
like an AR.
an AR style rifle, any type of rifle that's a semi-automatic and has a magazine fed.
Oh,
That's
like
how they
so an
classify.
AK is almost an AR style rifle.
No, they would say AK.
Oh, okay.
So it's never an AK until they say AK. But
So
if it's not an AK, they say AR style. So that
that
can
that
be
Ruger ranch gun, that's an AR style rifle.
right. Any of those guns that
I'm trying to
look
figure this stuff out because I don't talk
if
this stuff.
it has a forearm grip and a rail, it's an AR style rifle. That's how they're looking at it. And with a pistol grip. And if it can take a high capacity magazine, they calling it an AR style rifle.
So some of these Bubba SKS are AR style rifle.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they will not call it SKS because they don't understand the nomenclature of SKS. So they just say it's an AR style rifle.
So I saw the plume of fire or the gas coming out of the gun. A couple of the videos that I watched of it.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, I mean he's taking that corner like he's been there before.
Yeah, he probably have.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the body armor vest. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So the thing I was going to bring up to you, and I just reminded myself, what they're doing now is really tightening the mental picture of all these shootings. They've redefined a mass shooting, right?
Mm-hmm.
To 4 people are shot and either injured or killed, not
Mm-hmm.
including the shooter, right?
That's right.
So that's every gang fight that we see. Every time the gangs get together and do their thing, red versus blue, black versus
So
yellow, whatever, it's we see at least 4 people
they have
shot.
gang shootings all the time, but they never report them. And now
And
they're
they never
reporting
report
them.
that
So
one
now,
that you were just trying to remember, and you said there were 2. We talked about it before. When they first announced it, there were all the bills at Juneteenth party,
mm-hmm.
and there was shooting, and they called it a mass shooting because multiple people were hit. Then they didn't report later as to what happened. Then when you go in the next day's report and the people are describing it, there's multiple gunshots coming from different locations.
Yep.
But
Yep.
that's a mass shooting.
They
That's
call it a mass
shootout.
shooting.
What happened to
But,
shootouts? We don't have shootouts
but
anymore.
you keep putting mass shootings on the news every day. Mass shooting here, mass shooting here,
They
mass
have to
shooting
do something
here.
about this.
Right. And it looks like it's an epidemic. We have had over 400 mass shootings in the last 6 months. That's what they're doing. And then the people were like, this has to stop. This is a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? And we need to do something about these damn guns instead of let's do something about the gangs.
Right. Let's do something about the gangs.
You know,
let's do something about the people.
And to see the police know who the gang leaders are.
Mm-hmm.
They know who the gang members are. They know all that stuff, man. They just won't go arrest them because they'll be like, well, we don't want to violate the civil rights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
In many cases, and with the gang stuff, the gang leaders are not doing enough crime for the cops to actually do something about it. That's why here in the state of Georgia,
you don't have to, man. You got RICO, bro. You got RICO.
But they're not. That's gang members who are organized and making money off it. Some of these guys that are out here doing this stupid shit, shooting at each other, they're not making money. They just guarding territory that their mama and daddy owned, or grandma owned.
They making money. They slanging. They making money. They doing something, man.
Nope, not all these gangs, bro. You thinking about the stuff that we see and we hear from the '90s and even some of those guys. Then how you're gonna if that's the case, how you walking in most of these departments, especially the drug task force department or the gang task force department, and you look at they got a Christmas tree with the boss, the captains, the lieutenants, and the fucking warriors. That's in the drug level. I'm not talking about that. The dudes that are actually doing the shooting are these warring factions of idiots. You don't get it. They're different than those what you would call lieutenants or captains of cocaine. We're talking about dudes that are out here breaking into people's cars, man.
Okay. Gangs. I see. Those you talking about low level gangs.
Yes, those are the dudes shooting at each other. Those guys in the syndicate and trying to make a lifestyle and a living off of selling cocaine. That's totally different than the dude on the street that just looks at you and you look at me wrong and we go to shooting at each other. Those idiots are totally different. Those are
Okay.
the guys they go to and make a deal and give them $1,000 to go kill somebody.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured they were all the same.
No,
They see how far I'm removed from it. You know what I'm saying?
and it's understandable. And that's the thing. That's also just as you said, as you remove, most people are swayed based upon their fear and the fact that they think that the government's going to do something if they give them more laws. We agree to more laws. Where we're restricting ourselves to hopefully combat these drug or gang members. And as you go more and more and more and more into it, we get restricted, and these dudes are never going to follow the law. It don't matter. Yeah,
No.
you can hit them with all the laws you want. They don't care.
They'll restrict me. I'll be the one going to jail and becoming an outlaw before they will. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
I'm
Yep.
trying to rebel against the laws.
Yep.
So I'll go to jail and they make an example out of me.
Yep, you're the only
know
one
what I'm
that's gonna. Then when they say turn in your guns, you're gonna say no. These other dudes are just gonna live that way. They're gonna hide them.
Right.
They're gonna put them under beds. They're gonna put them on a pissy mattress. Whatever they're gonna do, that's what's gonna happen. You're the one that's gonna say, well, I only have 55 or 75 or 85 or whatever number you come up with, and they're gonna be like, well, where's the rest?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's us. These other guys, they're never gonna be a part of that. They don't care.
Right.
They don't care about Second Amendment infringement. They don't care. That's why I keep saying, I'm going to repeat it again tonight. We have to defend ourselves against stupid people using guns to do stupid things, because that's not a Second Amendment person. That's not a law-abiding citizen. And
That's a criminal.
When we don't defend ourselves, we now getting right along in bed with them. And just as you said earlier, they believe that anybody with a gun is a threat.
Mm-hmm.
You see most of these newcomers coming down here now, moving from wherever the hell they came from, and they see guys open carry in the state of Georgia, and they go,
They panic. They call the police.
He got that gun. Why has he got?
They'll call the police on you.
What's he need that gun for? And it's like, wow, you're terrified for a man who's got a gun in a holster, but you're not worried about this dude with the gun in his pocket or the gun shoved down in his waistband. Come on, man.
with an extended magazine.
Exactly.
Yeah, and a switch on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Omar says, kamikaze shit. So it's crazy. So just keep an eye out. Keep count between now and the end of the summer on how many of these mass shootings, so-called mass shootings, they're gonna have. And also pay attention to the ones that are gang related. It'll hit the news, it'll hit the national news, it'll hit the local news. But when they realize it does not fit the narrative, it will disappear in 24 hours.
Disappear. They're already giving us a half the information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, and in this case right here, they don't even want you to talk about this dude was a cross-dresser or transsexual. They don't even want you to talk about it. They're saying that's bullying. You know what I'm saying? But he went out there and shot a whole bunch of people and killed kids.
And it's off his social media accounts that you see all the dresses and wigs that he was wearing. Nobody went to his house. Nobody violated his phone or anything like that. This all stuff that came directly off his social media accounts.
Right. He showed us who he was. He was a monster. You know what I'm saying? But we're the ones that's going to be, if you speak on that, you're the ones that's going to be pushed into that.
Yep.
Let's see.
You're going to be told that you're making it worse for them. Yeah,
so much going on. I just go to work and go home. That's what I do.
Cigar.
Yeah. Other people go to baseball games and stuff.
That's right. And you know what? And it's funny because I'm going to say this on air, and you know where I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't downtown.
You were naked too, wasn't you?
No, it was. Yeah. Well, at that location.
Yeah.
But it was close by.
Okay. Yeah, he had a run to go.
Hey, they all know where to run. They know where to run. But look at the surrounding community. Yeah, Reggie, puff pass, bro. Look at the surrounding community.
I know you were with people
insulated.
Yes.
Hey man, I thought about you when I was doing that too. I said, I bet she's gonna make some wild comment.
I was gonna say something online, but I said, you know what? I better not say that. So that's why I wanted to wait to the show, and I was saying, I know you were naked. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh,
Because I was
yeah,
gonna ask, you naked?
it's a big old sign, bro, and
Yeah.
police standing on one side, and
They wanted.
magnetometer, wand, all that stuff. So,
So if they
but
catch you, they wouldn't arrest you. They just take you to go put it
to go
back in the
back in the
car.
park, yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
no big deal. But
Yeah.
without going through the hassle. But when you go to family events with people who have similar mental or they're in the same space as you are, I'm gonna use one of those terms. You're cool. There was
Right.
there was a few
No
arguments over
violence.
silly
No.
stuff,
No.
but yeah, but
Yeah.
no posturing,
Mm-hmm.
nobody staring at each other and getting mad over stupidness. Everybody's there to watch the game, and they had an extraordinary fireworks show. I didn't have to worry about my uncle lighting his pants on fire by mistake or something.
Blowing his hand off.
Blowing his hand off.
Yeah.
Sitting the whole night in the emergency
Yeah.
room because
Put some
he wanted to,
gasoline on. That's
right.
a
He wanted to
fire.
be a pyromaniac. No, leave it to the professionals, bro.
Man, I said that right up here. I watch fireworks on TV, man. I ain't watch that.
Exactly.
You know
I'm
what I'm
telling
saying?
you,
I ain't got time for
if
that.
you get a chance, this place does it apparently
Man,
after
I can't.
most of the weekend games.
I can't stand baseball, bro. That's like the most boring sport
Oh
in
my
my entire life.
God.
I'd rather watch paint dry before I watch baseball,
What kind
dude.
of American are you?
That baseball sucks. You know what I'm saying? Woof. Man, that sport sucks.
That's that, and that you're just playing right into the stereotypes. It's a cerebral game.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Baseball. What is it? What is it? Baseball and mom's apple pie. That's a red-blooded American. You know what I'm saying? I eat the apple pie and
Chevrolet.
throw.
Don't forget Chevrolet.
Oh yeah, I like
Baseball,
Chevrolet. So,
apple pie,
you know what I'm
Chevrolet.
saying? Yeah. But we just want to bring that to you guys, and we are going to be broadcasting on Saturday nights, starting this Saturday. So we'll be broadcasting in a couple days from now. And like I said, we're on Twitch, DLive, YouTube, and Rumble. Remember on YouTube, go to and
all.
Oh yeah, and click on the bell on the all, and that's how you'll find us, and you'll be able to see when we go live. What's that? Go ahead and pull that up, Al. I'm trying to do some other stuff, and Rumble. Download the Rumble app, and then
go. You don't do that. Just me.
Go to do the Two Alphas Talk and Rumble search and follow the channel. So we need to build that channel up, please. We want to thank you guys for watching. And what we got down there by Warner Robbins and everybody, all the Rangers, the Vault, what's the other
guns?
Rain Safe and Guns, and we're gonna be doing a show over there with you guys. Don't worry, we're coming. Just got to get the dates knocked down.
Yep, we're gonna try to reach out to Forest Park Army Navy too. Get a run through there. Yep.
All right, cool. We'll try to do them too. If we can do that, probably in August or something like that. Let's say if you had the patience to smoke a good cigar, you had the patience to watch Buffalo. I don't smoke cigars, so I'm not watching baseball.
You ain't got the patience for that neither. You ain't got the patience for that neither. It's a game of mental, bro. It's a game of mental.
My God. My mental is thrown out the door watching baseball, man. Nope.
So many nuances. It's very good. Very good game. Very good game.
Can't do it.
That's okay. It's not for everybody, man. It's not for
everybody. It ain't for me. It definitely ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we'll tell you guys thanks for stopping by, watching the show. Thanks for supporting the show. The midweek shows are shorter than the weekend shows. That's by design. By design. We'll just have one topic to talk about, and we're just gonna go from there. And usually it's a current event. Believe me, we're gonna have enough mass shootings to keep talking about. So we'll have another one next week. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something.
Thank you, Chicago.
Yeah. Thank you, Chicago. All right, and we'll see you guys in the range.
See
Got
you in the
anything
range,
else?
guys. No, man, get out there and be safe on the range.
Right. Practice, practice, practice. Also, too, we got the class coming up the 22nd. Check us out. Come on out. You know what I'm saying? Stop being wussies. See you in the range.
Peace.